My name is Ron Wunder. I grew up in Hamilton, Ontario. I was born in 1937. My parents came to Hamilton approximately 1931, and they joined the Beth Jacobs Synagogue. I have very fond memories of the people that belonged to the synagogue, the members of the synagogue, and in particular those that were friends of my parents, such as the Goldblatts, the Mindens, the Walters, etc. My grandfather was Louis Mossman, and I was very fond of him, and he would bring me to the synagogue, and he was a part-time cantor. My parents were quite active in the synagogue, and my mother was very active in charitable work. Her name was Annette Wunder. My father was Bernard Wunder.
What is your earliest memory of coming to shul?
It would be my grandfather. My grandfather taking me and standing by my grandfather, and along with my parents too when they brought me to the synagogue. But fond memories I definitely have. My father and mother's best friends were George Goldblatt and his wife Jessie Goldblatt, and my brother and I, and his name was Terry Wunder. George used, when he was over, would quite often pinch us on the cheek, but we loved him in spite of that. And there are other memories, but those are the ones that stick out with me. It's been a very warm experience attending this 125th anniversary and seeing boyhood chums that I grew up with and others, and even though my brother passed away, and seeing some of his very close friends. So it's been a very warming experience. My mother was Annette Wunder, and she was very active in the Jewish community in Hamilton and obtained many awards. My mother passed away in 2011 at the age of 101. So possibly there's hope for me as well. There's a lady in Edmonton, Alberta, an older lady that I've got to know quite well. And for many years she has been painting Star of Davids on small white and off-white stones and making them available at the cemetery in Edmonton, okay, for people visiting to put on the tombstones. When she knew I was going to go to Hamilton, she said, "You've got to put these on, okay, on the appropriate tombstones." So I had a handful, and my brother is in the Beth Jacobs Cemetery, my mother and my father, and I paid my respect and put stones on their tombstones. However, since Jessie and George Goldblatt were their closest friends, and I had a couple of stones, I went over and put stones on their tombstones. The irony is, this was on Friday, June the 7th. Larry Goldblatt came in to the service on Friday night and said Kaddish, and it had to be, I presume, for either his father or his mother, and I had put stones on the tombstone on Friday afternoon. I thought I would share that story.
That's nice. Yeah.
So, you have.
I have.